Hi guys, so I decided to make a video today on showing off my little spooky corner area because our apartment's not that big, to be honest. I can't complain because we were really lucky that we got it when we moved here, but anyways, besides that, this is the dedicated spooky section. So I'm just going to talk about some of my favorite items that are in it and show them off a little bit too and talk about them a little. Spooky item number one is my tarantula. I got my tarantula from the Mystic Museum. It's from Crypt Relics. Crypt Relics is awesome because they get all this ethically. And I wanted a tarantula for so long and I'm super excited that I finally got it. It was $50, so it wasn't too expensive. I definitely want some more. Fun fact is I actually used to be terrified of spiders, like really scared. The first thing that made me not as afraid of tarantulas is once at the Oddities flea market back when I lived in New York, there was an entomologist there and he brought all his bugs because his bugs are his pets. And he had, I think it's like a Chilean tarantula and her name was Choco. And I decided I should hold her because I figured you're never gonna get over your fear if you're not just gonna face it. He also had cockroaches, which I still am terrified of them, and I was like, there is no way that I am holding that. He also had the really big grasshoppers. I didn't hold that either just because I didn't want it to like freak out and jump, because I thought if it jumped I might hurt it and I didn't want to hurt anything. But yeah, I held his, sorry, she's a little dusty up here. I held his tarantula, Choco. She was so sweet. She like just started crawling up my arm, up my chest. She did go to my neck a little, and I wasn't the biggest fan of that, but it was kind of like a big plush toy. It was just, she was so calm, and that just honestly totally changed my whole outlook on spiders, and I'm really glad that I got to do that. And I'm really glad that I have this. It's the Vampira skateboard deck. It's from Son of Monsterpalooza, which actually is the smaller, like, as I call it, the Son of Monsterpalooza, like literally. It's a smaller convention of Monsterpalooza. Monsterpalooza actually is in May, and I really wanted to go, but unfortunately I can't. I think this was maybe 50, 60, or 70. I don't exactly remember. On the back it has Vampira also. This is a scene from Plan 9. If you know Plan 9 by Ed Wood. If you don't, you should check it out. It's interesting. As I said, this is from Son of Monsterpalooza. That was a really cool convention. There were some really good panels there, like Rick Baker. He is an amazing makeup artist. He has done probably many of your favorite movies, so that was really cool getting to see him speak about his book and his career. Then there was a Vampira panel where they answered a lot of questions about her life. If you know me, you know that I love Vampira. She is the ultimate ghoul. I had to say that, but really, she is the ultimate horror babe. She, like, I have her right there, not in a frame. It's from Plan 9 also. It still needs a frame, just no frame right now, but she is like the original horror babe. If you don't know about her, you really need to read up on her. She inspired so many things that we have today. So many movies, so many characters, books even. She has done so much, and she literally didn't get any credit for it. I'll talk about that just a little because I probably will make a video about her at some point because she's so dear to me. Essentially, she did a lot for Hollywood. She got mega famous real fast. All the footage of her character basically doesn't exist anymore, and essentially she used to be really close friends with James Dean, and after James Dean's death, they kind of blamed it on her because of her whole character persona that she was playing, and they called her a witch, and essentially she got blacklisted from Hollywood, and that kind of just totally destroyed her career. So it's really sad what happened to her, but I'm really thankful that we had her to inspire so many things, and she has become such an icon, and she just has inspired so many girls and guys in that whole industry. We all really appreciate her. She's done a lot. Some of my other favorite items that I have are my pops of Morticia and Gomez. I love the Addams Family. I love the original TV show, and I love the movies made in the 90s. To be honest, I did not see the new cartoon. I felt a little biased to it. I didn't really like the voice castings. I decided not to go see it, but that's okay. Carolyn Jones is my favorite Morticia. Gomez and Morticia, their relationship goals, I mean, are they not? Oh no, she's just an icon. She's up there with Vampira, which is interesting how I was just talking about how Vampira has inspired so much. It's interesting with Morticia because essentially the Addams Family inspired Vampira. Morticia didn't have a name at first, and in return Vampira inspired Morticia. So it's just really, it's cool how they played off of each other so much, and they have become two of the most iconic horror babes. One more pop, I have some other ones under there also, maybe I'll pull them out, is Locke from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Again, not like a rare one or anything, but I got it at the Funko store, which is really cool. It's in Hollywood. If you haven't been there, you totally need to go. There are so many pop Funkos there. There's, I mean, obviously, because it's the whole store, but there's so many cool sets that you can take photos in, and they like recreated scenes from movies. The Nightmare Before Christmas is definitely one of my favorite Tim Burton movies, and Locke is one of my favorite characters. So I was really excited to have this one. This is one of my pops that is not in the box. Oh, I do have like one more. One or two more I'll show you. It's Nimue, the Blood Queen from Hellboy, right? I think it would be really cool to do a cosplay as Nimue also. I never have really seen anyone done it, but if you can do it, it definitely would be really cool. I forgot to talk about my probably most important Funko besides Gomez and Morticia. It's Zoot. Again, I was just talking about The Nightmare Before Christmas when I was talking about Locke. I love The Nightmare Before Christmas. I love Zero. I actually think that he's my favorite, like, Tim Burton dog. He's just hanging out there now. We got a ghost dog. Since I've been talking about Nightmare Before Christmas a bit now, I'll show you my Jack. I got this in Disneyland in October, so it was around Halloween time, kind of before they transition over to Christmas. It's from the Nightmare Before Christmas theme store in New Orleans Square. Totally recommend checking it out. They have so many things. It's really cool. Keychains, posters, cups, mugs, Christmas decorations, clothes. They have everything. I think it was like $60. So it was what I would expect to pay for something at Disney. It's a Jack Nutcracker. It's really awesome. During Christmas and Halloween time at Disneyland, they decorate the Haunted Mansion as the Haunted Mansion Holiday, which if you never have done, it's so cool. I'm a huge Haunted Mansion fan normally, but during those times they make it Nightmare Before Christmas themed, and it's so good. Yeah, he just hangs out on my shelf. He's an all-year decoration. My Vampirella tarot cards. These are from the Mystic Museum in Burbank. The deck was $25, so it's pretty standard for a really great deck like this. Mystic Museum is awesome. If you live in California, in the LA Burbank area, or if you're visiting, you should totally check the Mystic Museum out. It is one of my favorite stores here. Just a view of the card artwork a little. I haven't opened it yet because I kind of wanted to make like an unboxing video of them because I think that they're really awesome and special. I always wanted to cosplay as Vampirella, but I just haven't done it, and I don't know the next con I'm going to. I wanted to go to San Diego Comic-Con, but I totally goofed and I missed the ticket sales, so unfortunately I won't be going there, but I do hope to cosplay as her sometime. And just to tie this in with what I was speaking about Vampira earlier and how she has inspired so many things, Vampira actually inspired Vampirella, so there's some of Vampira within the development of Vampirella. My Voodoo Doll, she is from Marie Laveau in New Orleans. I really wanted to get a Voodoo Doll there, and honestly it was kind of hard to find one. I don't want to find a Voodoo Doll that was just made, you know, like in a factory. I guess that's what I would say. So at Marie Laveau's, they're handmade, She's actually a voodoo for jinx removal. I never have tried voodoo, so I can't speak for that, but I got her because I really like how she kind of has the voodoo doll look as we are accustomed to. This voodoo doll is also from Marilavos. He was made in Brazil, and he's actually for prosperity and good fortune. Once again, like I said, I never have practiced voodoo, so don't know if he works, but I like how this one, it's a totally different look. I like having both of them. I think that they're both really awesome. Also, another item, my Maleficent Dragon. This was for the 60th anniversary of Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty is my favorite Disney animation. It has such beautiful animation. It has such gorgeous coloring. The soundtrack, you know, the music for it, the story. Maleficent, Sleeping Beauty is amazing. She is my favorite Disney character. Sleeping Beauty is my favorite Disney princess. Back to Vampira again. It's speculated actually that Vampira was the stand-in and inspiration for the drawing of the Maleficent character. I don't know if it's 100% true, just what I've read on various sources and various books. So once again, that's just showing how substantial Vampira is. If it's true, imagine she didn't stand in. We could have such a different Maleficent. Like, she may not have been as iconic as she is. I don't know what would have happened. I have this little skull weenie dog. My mom sent it to me. I think she got it from a lady on Etsy. It's two of my favorite things. Weenie dogs are my favorite dog, and I love skulls too, so stays on my spooky shelf all year. I have a little Dracula figure. My sister got it for me from the Ukraine when she was there this summer. Dracula is awesome. I love the book. If you've never read it, you should totally read it. It is definitely kind of a hard read. Not that it's hard, just it's really old, so I don't know how to explain it. It took me a while to read it. It's a really great book, but it definitely took me about a month to read the book, and usually I get through books pretty fast. I love vampires. I'm pretty much a vampire at least one day every year for Halloween. It's like my go-to. I love doing the makeup for it. I have so much fun. He's super cute. I have a little skull collection too, which I actually really like. This is my mini skull. It's from Evolution in New York. It's in Soho. I totally suggest checking it out if you're in that area. And I do have two sugar skulls also. This one is actually from Mexico, and my mom sent me this one, so I don't know where it's from, but I really love them. I love that they're so bright, and I like the stories with them and the history behind it. It reminds me, obviously, of Disney's Coco, and that's one of my favorite Disney Pixar films. It's great if you haven't watched it, which I don't know why you wouldn't have because it's been out for a while. Totally watch it. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the little mini tour of my spooky shelf. Definitely hope I can add more to it in the future. There's definitely some prints that I want to show you guys also, but I'm gonna save that for another video. If you guys collect anything or have a spooky shelf, let me know. I'm super interested in learning what you guys collect, what's on it. When I have more space, there's definitely a lot more that I want to collect. I want some horror movie monster masks. I want more Funkos. But for now, we just got the spooky corner. Let me know if you have any suggestions on other videos you want to see. There are some places I definitely want to go and do some videos, but because of the situation going on right now for everyone's safety, it's gonna have to wait. So, like, for example, I want to go to the Mystic Museum and check out their Slashback video exhibit, and the Natural History Museum has a horror exhibit here too. I've had like since October to go, but I just keep putting it off every weekend. I'm like, I'll go next week, I'll go next week. It ends in April, so hoping I'll get to go. Okay, thanks guys.